Hi friends, in our previous video we have seen or we have displayed this table with 5 or 10 records. Now we have added one hyperlink to the name column. So any student you click the name, the same student ID will be carried and the detailed marks you got it in 3 subjects will be displayed. This data is taken from the MySQL database and then dynamically this mark sheet is prepared. We'll see now how to do this. This is the code we use to display our student list. So we'll go to the name column and add the link now. So we'll say that within quotes we'll say that is marksheet.php. Now we'll pass the variable. Here the variable is the ID. So we'll say ID equal to, now dynamically we'll check it, row ID. That's all. This ID will be dynamically, each row will have its own ID or each student have its own ID. We are carrying the ID data along with the name. Name we are not carrying. Whenever you click the name, the ID value is carried to the next page, or that is our marksheet.php page. So in that page we'll write the code to extract it and display the marks. This is our basic template, and this is the table where this is the page where we are generating the mark sheet. So first we will connect to our database. Last video we have discussed about our config.php file. This is config.php file, and you can see once again it is here with all our database details and the connection objectives we have created here. So now let's we are connected to database by calling this file. Now we'll the require FPDF is connected. Now add a page is added. Now first we know we are collecting the ID of the each student from the URL, so we'll get the ID first. We'll keep it in a variable, so we'll say get. This is part of our PDO or database connection details, and we have a series of video on the how to get data from the MySQL database and manage it. You can see that to understand how our database management works using our PDO concept. So here it is, we'll say ID. We'll collect the ID first from the URL, the get method, because it's part of the query string. Now we'll do one check. This is, we don't expect that ID to be an other than integer. So what you will say, we'll say that if is, we'll check it is numeric. Now this will return false if it is anything other than a number. If it is any string is there, then it will immediately return false. So in that case I'll close the program. Why I am doing this? I am doing this to prevent injection attack. Because I am going to use this ID inside the query. So query, any code can be injected, so harm the database. So that is the purpose. There is one more protection also. We'll see that by using parameterized query, but this is our own protection of the best way, so not to allow anything other than an integer into our system. So that's over. Let's build the query. Our query is select, sorry, it should be within, yeah, select ID. These columns are there in our table: ID, name, class, then social, science, then math. These are the columns names only. In the, you can get this in our SQL DOM. Let me just sum it up also. Social plus science plus math. I'll just sum it up as total. Now from student 3 is the table name, where ID, now I am using a placeholder ID. So this is the placeholder I am using because I'll use a parameterized query. So now I'll say count equal to DBO. This DBO is declared inside the config.php file here. Here it is. So this DBO, now prepare. Now what will prepare? It will prepare the query. The query is the variable written at the top. So this is ready now. We have then now let's bind the parameters. Count bind param. Now bind parameter will say id. Now this id will take it from variable id. Now we'll say that this is of integer and its length is you can put 1, but there may be 10 also, 2 digit also, so let's put 2. So this is we have counted. Now if count execute, so it is successfully executed, then it will return true for us. So it is if it is successfully executed, then we'll write inside this our code, else we'll print the error message. So inside this we'll write it. Now we'll say row equal to count fetch. We'll collect the data now, whatever the matching data, PDO fetch object, fetch obj, fine. So this is how we'll get. Now our row will contain, row object will get the data for us. Anything we can print it. So what we will do now, till this time we'll check it out whether it is working or not. We'll do one thing, we'll display the top image. So we have an image file of kept it in the same directory. We'll try to print that image. Now that is if I remember correctly, it is plus2net.png. It's a PNG file, and we'll place it at x and y position 10 10. If everything is fine till this, then we'll get only the image. I saved this. Let me just go here, click one of the record. Now config. Okay, at the top something is wrong. pscon config.php. Sorry, here I did a mistake. Fine. Now let me just refresh this. Yeah, you can see this, the image is displayed. So we are successfully connected to database, fetched a record. Of course we are not displayed it, but so far this is going fine and we are able to display the image. For our understanding, this is what we have achieved so far, but what we want is this. So we have to place this mark sheet, create a one line here, display the ID, name and individual marks, and finally get the signature. I just zoomed it out so you can see the entire. This is how it should come up. So we'll try this. This is more of a placing our different text font and drawing lines in the on our marksheet page. Now we'll go for that. We'll set a higher font size by using set font. We'll say Arial, then both B bold and underline will use, and we'll say size is 20. Now after this we'll position it now. PDF set X and Y. We'll say it 80 and 50. Sorry, 50 will say, and right now we'll put the output by declaring a cell height. Its height to it is 30 and 10 width and height. Now we'll say the text marksheet. Now we'll say 0 means no border, next 0 means the next cell is right of it, and L. Then we'll say false. False means no background field. So left aligned. That's all. Let's see how it looks. We'll refresh this. Yeah, it has come. We'll display ID, name, class, all. So ID in the next line. So we will bring it down a bit by giving a set Y. Set Y, let's say at 80. Fine. So it is slightly below the whatever we have written before. Now PDF, will reduce the font also. because it should not be as big as the mark sheet what I have written at the top. Arial, let it be bold again, and size is 16. So fine, set font. Now the cell will give PDF. Now we'll say cell width is height width we are setting 3010. Now the text, this is the text part. We'll write ID colon, so this will be taking care. Now 0 means no border around. 0 means next will be after this, so next cell will be right of face, so then left aligned, and we need not fill it, so we'll say false. So this is the standard whatever the cell function we use it. Now the data will post it, so we'll slightly give a gap for our PDF. Now let's give more gap also. PDF here will come again, because the value will take it from the database now, so slightly font will reduce. Set font Arial, we'll say bold. No, need not be bold here because it's a data, so we'll say 14. Slightly we are reduced, earlier it was 16. So now we'll write the data. PDF cell, now we'll say 40, 10. Now here is that this one is should focus. This you see we are writing a value here. So what we will do, we'll write it ID. ID, yeah, this is the data will be picked up from the database, so row ID. Because, and at the top if you want to see, here we have displayed, we have got the row value if count, here it is line number 14, the row variable we had got it inside the if condition. So this, now the database data we got it, so row ID we will get the ID value. So now after this, let's say we are 0, no border around, 1, because we don't want after ID anything to be written, next line it should go, so we are intentionally giving it 1. Then alignment is, let's give less L and false. So this is up to this point, you can just, we are displaying the ID. So let's save it and see how it looks. I just refreshed it. It's lot of errors, access. Okay, I did something wrong in the handling of the font here. Set font Arial B16. Okay, let's see, that is the problem. Yeah, so ID here it comes to, if you want to bring it little, you can left align, and the width you can reduce. So here, where is the ID here? So this, instead of 40, let's bring it 20, so it will be okay. So width aligned is left. Now let's me bring it 10. Okay, now this ID, actually this width I should bring it down. Let's bring it to 10. That ID is, it is pushing that one right side, so ID 2. If you want further, you can increase the width of the ID cell. Now let's go to the next one. After ID we are supposed to write the name, but the name will should come in the next line. So what I will do, I will just copy this where I have, yeah, so this font I will, this much I will copy and paste it here. Okay, so here it is ID, I will write it name and ID name. Next is this, here I will make it 0 because I want to write further, and here I will make it name. So now let's see how what the output is. So I can, sorry, the name again, width I had to give it, name after name, slightly I had to give the width here. This is more of a adjusting the layouts than anything to do with that. You have to keep on trying, right? You want to bring it further left, you can reduce this by, let's say 20. Sorry, fine, I'll name will be close to now. Fine. So ID name. Now next I want is class. So I will say copy this and paste it here. Here I will say class, and here I will, in the record what I am getting is class. Okay, I saved it. Now let me refresh it and see. I should get again the width issue. I had to push the class, so this one I should, width I should increase. Row name, this I will, in place of 10 I will make it say 30. Okay, class has gone, so class is 3 now. Now if you, let's see what the finally what we want is name, class, then one line. We'll do that next. I just continued the same pattern, and you can see the set the y as 110, then the line is drawn, then x, y 30 at 130. I just come one step below, and font increased, and the subject and mark, these are headings I have written. Then I can again x at came down, and the individual marks on the 3 subjects. So a social, then the data for the social is printed here, so to the right of it, then the science and the data for the science is printed. All these row are the data taken from the database. So the math, then the total mark is also printed like that. So, and finally I want a signature to be there, so I set the x and y and where the signature will be. This all just placing the different text and the data in different layout to fit it. I saved this, and let's see the final output. So I will refresh this. You can see I have got the final output like this. You, if you want, you can change the font, color, all those things you can add it up, and we can continue. This is how we will get the data, and individually we can generate a mark sheet. Similar pattern you can generate an invoice also by taking data from the table and generate an invoice with the using this similar layout with a logo at the top. Here we have used one image, so similarly you can use the company logo and whatever the ID name and everything you can display.